Hey everybody, it's Gabriel with Automation Anywhere. We are back with another session from the Imagine Studio. Really excited. We've got Srikanth Haridas from Paramount. Thank you for joining us and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Srikanth, tell me a little bit about your role at Paramount.
Absolutely. So I'm running I'm part of the platform and hyperautomation services team. Our primary goal is to run the Automation Anywhere RPA program. And we collaborate with different technology and technical users, technology groups, and functional areas to build a successful automation center of excellence. That's my role. Okay.
Awesome. Now, at the opening, I didn't quite introduce my other good friend here, Mark G, as we like to call him. That's his rapper name. Exactly. But you and Mark have a little bit of background, right? You guys know each other.
We go way back. So Srikanth and I work together in professional services as part of Automation Anywhere. So pretty cool blast from the past.
Absolutely, amazing.
It's great to have you. So Mark, what do you want to ask your old buddy?
What I'd like to know is, in the Paramount program, when we talk about Pathfinder, we talk about these 3 phases: start, accelerate, scale. In the start phase, Srikanth, talk to us a little bit about what it was like getting the foundational processes underway.
Absolutely. So, as you know, Paramount is a huge company,
Yes.
And recently there was a merger. Viacom, CBS, and different companies came together. So there was an idea to have a unified platform for automation, and different groups had different RPA solutions, and our journey started with centralizing that, and Automation 360 was a platform of choice, and we first started with migration.
Right.
So that was our first foundation step. But when we said this, we also made sure to put everything, all the framework that we always talk about. How should the design go? How should the development go? How should the testing or the deployment go? What are the best practices? So we started thinking about it day one, like when we started the program, and we started building those frameworks so that everyone can benefit from that. And fast forward, we were able to successfully migrate everything and expand beyond what we were already doing. So we used to be part of doing a lot of business with finance and HR, but then we started expanding beyond that. Different groups, because there is Paramount Streaming, CBS Studios, and there's several other entities.
Right.
And evangelizing the RPA program has been our goal. So the start, I would say, that's where the foundational pieces is setting the stage up. It's probably back in 2021. That is when we started all these.
I love it. I love it. So in the start phase, basically making sure that the foundation's solid.
Yes.
A lot of people want to talk about the color of the curtains, but if you have cracks in your foundation, then you're going to have problems.
Absolutely.
So you put a lot of focus in making sure that those processes were solid from the get-go.
Yes.
The processes, it sounds like the documentation as well, right? So you
Yes.
can build upon that.
Yes.
That's
Right
something
from
we've been talking about a lot over the last couple of days even, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's interesting too, because of the mergers and whatnot, sort of give you the opportunity to come back and reassess and sort of get that proper foundation
Yes.
in place, which is amazing.
So that's start, but at some point you accelerate.
Yes.
And so sometimes that introduces different challenges, right? You have different challenges in each phase. As you started to accelerate the program, can you talk to us a little bit about how you scaled while still making sure that that foundation stays intact, managing the control room, your technical architecture, making sure that that stuff, support of the automations, ensuring that that stuff didn't fall apart as you're working on new automations?
Absolutely. So when we were doing the migrations, we already had an idea that we need to go to different user groups, try to chart the program, show them, okay, this is how it is. Would you like to talk about some ideas, get some use cases in mind, and try to build the pipeline. So we already started doing that when we were doing the migration. So we already had like a healthy backlog that we can work on, try to do feasibility analysis, and try to understand if it is possible and if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, then if there is a different route, a non-RPA route, then so be it. Like we were always we were having those honest conversations with different groups, and that kind of helped us to accelerate, because when the migration was happening and we started talking to them, they started thinking, maybe these are the things that we may want to do, and these can give better ROI, time savings, compliance, etc. So we started tracking those metrics, and the acceleration happened right during that time where everyone was like, okay, yeah, let's do this, and then we started building more automations, new automations, and we just expanded ever since, and
That's awesome.
We have a very healthy ROI to. Unfortunately, I'm unable to share it,
but it's healthy.
Yes, it is pretty healthy and a very good ROI.
Wonderful.
The healthy pipeline, it sounds like, and healthy demand, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
So the minute migration was done, it was like, okay, let's move on. We got lots of work to do.
Yes, we were maybe at 40 miles an hour for new automations, and then as soon as migration was done, we were at 100 miles an hour. So it was
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you got to take advantage of all the advantages that come with the automation success platform, right?
Yes, and also the framework that was set, we made sure that everyone follows that. Like,
Right.
Because setting it up is one story, but maintaining it is the other part of it, and maintaining the existing automations. And luckily, what we did was we did some initiatives internally where we could automate the COE tasks, meaning people don't have to sit and do some support migration activities like bot deployment, task template creation. So we have a separate task template creation where everyone, so they would tell us what exactly they need to do, like does it need a queue or does it need like certain features or parameters. And then a specific template is created, and then they can start working based on it.
I love it. So that's an area, Gabe, that is really, really close to my heart. Is we're always looking to automate, sales and marketing and finance and everything. What about the Center of Excellence? The work that you do within the Center of Excellence, we should have our own digital assistants and automations running. No surprise at all that Srikanth has that going on.
Yeah, with regards to the amazing sort of since 2021, this acceleration, how has the platform itself and sort of the architecture of the automation success platform, the components therein, whether it's COE manager or any of the products within and the features, how has that helped you with this journey?
So I think the entire Automation Anywhere, we work with the sales team and talk about these new features. It has really helped us to get to know what is happening, what is coming, and what is going to come, and then we try to pilot it and see if it makes sense, if it helps, and then try to implement it. Like for example, document automation is something that from iCuba to document automation, we have a couple of licenses that we would like to try and do some POCs around it. And so those are the areas that we have been focusing on.
And it's nice because you're in one platform, right? And yet you have all the different capabilities and you can sort of plug them in where you need.
And speaking of that platform, we have effectively been using the hyper automation use cases, meaning trying to use RPA or Automation 360 as entire orchestration of the solution. We have the end-to-end business problem here. Whatever AI services we need to use, that is completely up to the use case. And then everything else remains intact. And then we have been trying to do a lot of POCs around that and gaining a lot of traction. So
I love it.
That's super cool. That's super cool.
I love that.
I love having you have that strong foundation or fabric, right? And then from there, you can pick and choose, and for the right application, for the right use case, you've got options, right? You're not sort of painted into the corner.
Absolutely. And that Copilot process, that orchestration of the process in Copilot stitches all this stuff together. Like Srikanth said, whatever the tech is, we can bring it in, right? And stitch it all together to make the end-to-end process work. I love that.
I love to hear it, by the way, because it's easy as a marketer, myself admitted. We can present slideware all day, but you're actually using it. It's live.
It's real.
These things are real. So glad you're on it, and again, enjoy the show, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thanks,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers.